This is Stephanie Troyer, team leader with Usborne Books and More. Okay, we are continuing on with our video training, and this video is going to be about vendor events and craft shows. So I think vendor events and craft shows are really cool. They open you up to either, if you're going for sales, you might be going for bookings, you might be just going for leads, or you might be going to one for recruits. I've done all of those. So it just kind of depends on what your sales are going to be and what your focus is going to be on. So if you want it to be on sales, really push the different books and everything that you want. If you want it to be about bookings, make sure you have signs everywhere about some sort of special that you're going to offer them if they book a party with you, like either that day or if they mention that event. I always have a book a party with me, get $20 in free books at their party. Not right then and there, because I don't want to just give away my books and then not have these people follow through with the party. Definitely have brochures out about recruiting, because I've met quite a few recruits at events. You never know who you're going to meet and who this job might be right for. Now, you might be wondering, how do I find these events? Because I wondered that when I was first looking for myself. So what I did is I went to Facebook and I looked for the different, like in my county, and then I looked by state for vendor and craft groups. So I found a couple and I stalk those groups all the time, especially with Christmas season coming up, because when an event pops up, I want to be the first Usborne consultant that types on there that I'm interested. Because typically it's a first come, first serve, and first one paid. Now, there are a couple different things with that. If there has been a previous Usborne consultant who has worked with that organization for that craft show or fun, vendor event, that previous consultant has dibs on that event up until 30 days before the event. So you do want to check if it's been an event, like an annual thing, you want to make sure that they have never had an Usborne rep before, or if they have, that it hasn't been within the last year. And if so, that if they have had one in the last year, that other consultant has the right to that event up until 30 days before it. If it's less than 30 days before the event, it's open for anybody, for any Usborne consultant. So those are kind of a little bit of the rules and guidelines. There is one other, a little side note. If the event, if it's a craft show that's benefiting the school in any way, any school, you may not touch it. So if that school, especially if that school is listed by an educational consultant, it is off limits. It does not matter if that EC is not doing the event, you cannot touch it. So make sure that you are aware if it's benefiting a school, so that you know whether it's something that you can pursue or not. Most craft shows and things like that are not, but there are a couple that do obviously benefit schools for different reasons. So with the vendor events, you're obviously going to want to have inventory. You want to make sure you follow the rules, and then you want to just be ready for anything, because you don't know what's going to come out of a vendor show. You don't know who you're going to meet, what kind of sales you're going to have, but be prepared. Definitely have a Square. You need to have some sort of credit card payment device. So Square has been a huge lifesaver for me. I definitely recommend reaching out to your team leader if you don't have a Square, because most likely they do, and they will give you a referral code so that you can get one for free. And then the benefit is that your team leader is going to get some free processing out of it. And then when you become a team leader, you get to share that with your downline, and then you get free processing. So definitely reach out to your team leader if you don't have one. So that's a very quick intro about vendor shows and craft shows.